Everybody wants just a little redemption. Everybody needs just a little affection. Everybody hurts, everybody heals. Everybody wants just a little connection. Everybody needs just a little attention. Everybody hurts, everybody heals. A beautiful day, freedom, freedom, freedom for change. A beautiful day, freedom, freedom, freedom for change. Everybody wants just a little direction. Everybody needs just a little conviction. Everybody hurts, everybody heals. Everybody wants just a little protection. Everybody needs just a little rejection. Everybody hurts, everybody heals. A beautiful day, freedom, freedom, freedom for change. A beautiful day, freedom, freedom, freedom for change. Freedom for change.
It's a place that you need to be prepared, like to be outside everything, and it's beautiful. It's like everybody, when first time when you arrive, it's like wow, like it's between the mountains and so isolated and so calm, and the only thing you hear is like birds in the morning and cows, and that's all. And yeah, it's amazing.
Caminhos for me is a life project where I've put all my dreams together of living, working, and spending time together with my family. I've spent quite a few years working in different areas, and I'm sure that this is what we are looking for, a project where we make our hands dirty, we farm, we build, we create, we help other people, and live in harmony, we sustain ourselves. For me, that's the essence of Caminhos. And sharing that with other people, for me, is the purpose of being here.
A few years ago, I decided to change my life and do something better for the world, you know.
I believe we exist on the planet with a purpose to develop ourselves, and I think this is the excellent environment for that. And by receiving people with the same mindset, I think we can achieve amazing things, and that for me is the goal of Caminhos.
We got a nice life here. Everybody's sociable. We are friends. It's people from all around the world, so we can get to know each other and get to know about different culture, and that's awesome.
Meu nome é Vanessa, eu estou aqui desde julho, né? E o porquê de eu vir para cá é por conta da oportunidade de eu aprender mais sobre permacultura, bioconstrução, e também da oportunidade de conviver com outras pessoas que também querem aprender sobre permacultura e trocar experiência também.
It's been really good experience staying in a homestay family. They've been really welcoming, really generous, cooked us lots of amazing food.
So much food.
So much food. And also staying in a family has really helped us with our Portuguese as well.
And they've been really welcoming, so they've invited us to lots of parties. We've met quite a lot of their family. So barbecues, football, yeah, all sorts of things. So yeah, great experience getting to practice so much Portuguese and meeting those different people. It's really good.
Right now I'm working with with Tom, we're building some windows. We're using recycled train track wood. So this is really strong hardwood, and it's been pressure treated so it stands up really well to the elements. And we're grabbing this wood, and right now we're cutting it in half. So we're using one technique now, which is cutting it with a chainsaw. But the challenge is there's a few large lag bolts that are basically giant screws that are stuck in the middle. So even when we cut it in half, we have to cut around these bolts with the chainsaw, and then we have to split it. So it's quite the process. And today what we've been doing is we've been taking that raw wood, the train track wood, and we've been kind of cleaning up a bit. So we've got a hand planer, we've got a sander, we've got a circular saw, and we're kind of shaping the wood now, I guess you could say. So our new design has slope built into some of the windowsills, so any water that hits the window would be sloping away from the house. We're incorporating a drip edge, which would keep the water away from the cob. So we're kind of playing with that right now. And already we've seen that there's a few things we can improve for next time. But that's kind of how it goes when we're building and designing at the same time. So.
Before I saw this, I wouldn't have believed that it was possible to build something so grand without, without cement or without having to spend a lot of money on construction, but they've locally farmed a lot of the materials they've used. And for me, it's always been my dream to sort of build my own house. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I know I do want to build my own house. So seeing how they've done this here, and with a low impact to the environment, is quite baffling for me. So it has really inspired me.
So you see, this is the grass we want to put in the cob. This is the long stuff. When you put this in the cob, it prevents the cob from creating big cracks. So the cob will actually crack all over the place, but when the grass is in, it will just form only really small cracks all over, and the small cracks are not a big problem. The big cracks are.
Yeah, we try to get people to, be responsible for the tool they're using and responsible for the job they're doing, and think a little bit about what they're about to do and what they need and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, if you take on some tasks, you need to think ahead, and I think that's a part of the whole program here. So you get that responsibility, we talk about it, you plan ahead, and you get the job done and be rewarded for it.
We need the grass to go with the cob, and the grass needs to be dry. So, and if we want to start next week on Monday, we need to cut today and tomorrow so it can dry, and then, we collect it on Monday.
It was a big decision for me to go here, actually. I had a lot of problems with myself when I was in Holland. So it was time to make a change. So yeah, and then I found this project. Yeah, it really helped me a lot. I learned a lot of things about myself. This place is just amazing to refresh your mind.
Yeah, the volunteers house, it's really chilled out. Everyone's really chill and sort of, we all get along, I'd say, so it's a close-knit community. Yeah, we've got a shared kitchen, living room, got some showers and shared rooms, and it's all good.
So Cobb is, I believe, one of the oldest building materials there is, apart from maybe stone. I was reading today that the first remains of a cob structure date back about 10,000 years ago. So basically, at the same time that we started farming, we started also building houses out of earth. And it's basically just clay, sand and hay and water mixed together to either make adobe bricks, which are just cob bricks basically,
or cob like we use here, which is just lumps of clay and sand put onto a wall, shaped into a wall shape, and it's just super strong building material.
So just for you to understand, like in the house behind us, there is 75 cubic meters of cob in there. It's physical work the days you work here, so be prepared that you will be tested if you're not used to physical work. But it's also very satisfying in my view to see that you realize something during the day and really are participating in that group process.
And then when you really start to work the clay, it becomes like this. And that's all the clay coming to the surface, all the clay molecules kind of going flat, and that's when they're flat, they're much easier to, it sticks better basically.
So my vision is a self-sustaining eco-farm. We are building eco-lodges to receive tourism. We also want to build a compound for volunteers, also all bioconstruction built. We want to produce organic products to sustain ourselves. The idea exactly on the long term is to be completely self-sufficient. We want to generate our own energy, and that means that we want to become energy neutral. So all the energy we consume will be produced by natural local resources, sun, water, forest or wind. We want to impact the community, which means we want to collaborate with the local community. We are thinking of having children and youth involved in vocational training for younger kids who have limited possibilities in life. But at the same time, we also like to receive people internationally and share our knowledge and spread the seeds and plant them elsewhere, and so people spread a more ecological and balanced life elsewhere on the planet.
Bom, aqui na Caminhos nós temos alguns tipos de programas de voluntariado. Nós temos o Eco Experience e nós temos o Grupo Experience, que é para pessoas que têm interesse de vir aqui participar com a gente na Ecofazenda e fazer também turismo. Nós temos o Short Term, que são pessoas que têm interesse de ficar na Ecofazenda um tempo mais curto. Nós temos o Long Term, que é também, ou pode ser parcial ou pode ser tempo integral. O parcial, as pessoas participam algumas horas da semana aqui com a gente. E o integral, as pessoas moram na casa dos voluntários e participam de tempo integral aqui da Caminhos. Nós temos também um programa de reabilitação para pessoas em depressão. E todas essas informações as pessoas podem encontrar melhor descritas no nosso site.